So last week I was at a conference and I happened to have a conversation with an individual, let's call him John. And this individual was frustrated. They were an individual contributor. They were a technician in maintenance and just an individual contributor, like I said, doing a great job. Everybody praised what they're doing, always gets positive reviews, positive comments, good raises, nice promotions inside of that individual contributor. Yet John wanted to be a leader. He wanted to manage a group of people, ideally progress up to a plant manager, but wanted to go through a maintenance manager, maybe even a technical leader, go that path to maintenance manager, maybe to an operations leader or something like that. But he just kept interviewing for these jobs, signing up for these interviews, and would always be told no. And he asked me for my take on the situation. Well, I said, well, hopefully you could appreciate me being blunt. I'm not going to give you a soft answer. I'm going to give you, based on what my experience has been and what you've told me, I'm going to give it to you straight right between the eyes. And hopefully you enjoy that here on this channel. One, I said, this happens a lot. Your organization, your leadership at your plant may not see you as a leader of people. And the way they handle that is indirectly. They say, well, you're not the right fit. There was another better candidate. Keep trying. We appreciate what you're doing. Pat you on the back and send you out the door. What they're not telling you is we don't see you as a leader. The characteristics of a leader are different. You are not successful based on what you accomplish. You're successful based on what you allow or what you encourage or what you develop other people to accomplish. And they may just be telling you, we don't see you as a leader, but they don't tell you that. They say, well, you were number 2, you were number 3. So I encourage you, one, to have a candid conversation with your supervisor or the hiring manager and say, give it to me straight. I don't want fluff. I want you to be very candid, very brutal with me on what you see as my strengths and weaknesses and why you wouldn't hire me as a leader. So that's number one. And that's a big deal, folks. I see this a lot. I've had to come behind other managers and clean things up. And I'm telling you, 100% of those conversations end up with a handshake. People are saying, well, thanks for telling me, instead of me being frustrated for years. The number 2 thing I told him to do is, I asked him, I says, do you have a mentor? And he said, no. And I said, John, find a mentor 2 layers in the organization higher than you, okay? Not your boss, typically not in your current line of progression. Go, maybe if you're in maintenance, maybe go to operations. You need somebody at the lead team level that is pulling for you, somebody that knows your story and has some invested interest in you being successful. And they may mention your name in a meeting or in a hallway that you're not even around. Having a mentor is so key. Even have 2 mentors. You don't hear about that very often. 2 mentors, maybe somebody in HR, maybe somebody in operations, if you happen to be in maintenance, that just know your name. You have a 45-minute, hour conversation with them once a month. Leaders love having mentees. They love it. It's the highlight of their job. Don't think you're imposing upon them. So get a mentor. Number 2, you're looking for a leadership assignment and they don't see you as a leader. Make them see you as a leader. Volunteer to fill in for your boss when they're on vacation or when they have some sick leave or where they're gone traveling. Volunteer to fill in. I volunteered to fill in. My earliest leadership opportunity was when on weekends. When there was weekend maintenance work that was happening, I filled in. 1 week a month is what I did. And people started to see that Joe can manage people. He can make decisions. He can work under pressure, things like that. So volunteer to lead projects, to work some overtime, to manage the weekend, manage an outage or something like that, and fill in for people when they're on vacation is an opportunity to have them see you in that leadership role. So those are the things I recommend. Number 1, make sure that everybody's being candid with you. That's a big deal. Number 2, get 2 mentors pulling from you from the other side. You're pushing up, get them pulling. And then put yourself in leadership situations where you present to the leadership team, about group findings. Find yourself in those leadership roles. Raise your hand. That's what people are looking for. And you got to be candid with yourself. A great individual contributor doesn't necessarily make an average leader. You got to get the best out of people. You got to give away credit. You got to develop people. Very different skill set than what it takes to be an individual contributor. So that's what I told this individual. Let me know in the comments if I missed something. Talk to you later.